Hi and welcome to episode 87 of the This is Reportage podcast. My name is Alan Law. I'm the founder of This Reportage and This Reportage Family, and I'm a photographer too. I love chatting to the fab Barbara Puchta this week. Barbara is one of the world's best documentary family photographers, ranking third in Germany for 2020 on This Reportage Family and joint 17th in the world. She shares so much on the episode today, including her top tips for improving your documentary family work, how she's a life coach as well as a photography mentor, her training and workshop partnership with Julia Rose-Greim, who I've also interviewed on the podcast back in episode 60, addictions, her love of coffee, the story behind one of her specific Reportage Family Awards, why she prefers longer family sessions to shorter ones, and so much more. Just a small note to say that I'm going to be taking a few weeks break from the podcast. As well as running this reportage and this reportage family, it's a really busy time in my own personal wedding photography business at the moment. And I also have my kids home from school for the summer, so I also need to be looking after them. And I just want to be with them as much as I can over this period. But the podcast will be back soon. I hope you have a great few weeks, whether that's shooting, holidaying, or both. And hopefully you'll tune back in when the podcast returns. Right, over to Barbara. Hey, Barbara, how you doing?
Hey, Alan. I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm good, thank you. Just enjoying it's the beginning of the summer holidays with my kids, so I've got them at the moment, which is nice as well. But how about with you? 'Cause you're in Germany, aren't you?
Yes, I am in Germany, in Bavaria, in Franconia, to be clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's part of Bavaria in southern Germany.
Oh, okay, cool. So I've been to Germany a few times. I've been to is Munich in southern Germany?
Yes, it's 1 hour. It's 1 hour from here per train, by train.
Okay, so cool. I loved it there. Beautiful.
It is. It is close to the Alps, and it's really beautiful there. I love it too, but it's really expensive. So.
Oh, is it? Is it like? I guess it must be similar to London prices. I guess.
I don't think it's. Yeah, but it's close to London prices, I think. It's the most expensive city in Germany.
Oh, is it really? Wow.
Yes, it is. To live there, yes.
Okay. Well, I did like 2 weeks work experience there when I was 17, just in a primary school in Germany. And yeah, it's beautiful though. I loved it. It was great.
Yes, it is.
Have you been over to England before?
Yes, I was. But it's really long ago when I was like, I think, 20 or 19. No, I still was at school, I think. So I must have been 19.
Oh, cool. Where did you go? Did you go to London or somewhere else?
Portsmouth.
Oh.
I've been to Portsmouth because I had a friend who was at the German, do you say Marine? No.
Yeah.
How do you say?
What, in the army? Or?
Oh, wait.
Quick translation.
Marine. Marine? No.
In the Marine, like the Army Marines?
Yeah, the Army. Yes.
Oh, cool.
The Army on the ocean.
Oh, like in a Navy type thing.
The Navy, yes. Thank you for the word. He was in the Navy, and he was. We didn't have mobile phones or something, so we couldn't message each other. And he was on the ocean for months,
Right.
And then we met in Portsmouth.
Oh, cool!
In the summer. So yeah, this was my visit to England, and then I've been to London, and that's about it. I think. Okay. I want to go there soon.
Yeah, it's cool. I want to go to Germany again. I loved it when I've been there.
Here. Yeah. I'm close to Nuremberg, so that's not far away from Munich, and we have an airport. So
that's always handy to get.
It's easy to come here. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'd love to go again to Germany. So I've not been in quite a few years, and my wife's. I don't think she's ever been to Germany, so I'd love to go.
So you have to bring her.
Yes, I will. I've been to Cologne and Berlin and Wuppertal. Do you know Wuppertal?
I know Wuppertal, but I know the name, but I've never been there. No.
Okay. Yeah, it's got that upside down monorail, that like the Schwebebahn.
The Schwebebahn. Yes. Exactly.
Again, that was through school and exchanges, so I lived with a German family. But anyway, this is not. I don't know.
So we can speak German then.
Ein bisschen.
Ein bisschen.
Yeah, ein bisschen. It's been a long time. That's all my German.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Barbara, what's the weather like with you at the moment?
Today it's sunny.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
but it's not really nice summer this summer.
Oh, really?
It's
No?
raining a lot, and we had the flood, but it's not here. It's
Oh, yeah.
in another part of Germany where I come from.
Oh,
But yeah,
really? Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh, so that was awful just
a
watching
lot
that on
of
the
rain
news.
and storms and everything.
Yeah, what's
It's not
happening with the
really,
world? It's mental, isn't it? It's
yeah,
mad.
climate change.
I guess so. And how
Won't
was
get
it?
better, I guess.
Yes, I hope so. And how was it, in general for you the past 16 months, obviously with the
Oh,
pandemic? How have you been?
it's been hard, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, right in the beginning of the pandemic, we were quarantined right away because my little one, who still was in kindergarten by then, there was, I think, a kindergarten teacher who had COVID, and then the whole group was quarantined right
Right at
in
the
March
beginning.
2000. Yes, right at the beginning. And then we were 2 weeks we were stuck at home, weren't even able to to go into our own garden. Even this wasn't
Wow.
allowed, so
Gosh.
it didn't start well.
No, that's not a
And
good
then
start.
the homeschooling and everything, it's been a hard time. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
now that I had the impression things go back to normal, now I think they won't.
What do you
uh,
think? Yeah. What's it like in Germany at the moment? What regulations are you
at the
under?
moment there are none.
Oh, right. Okay.
No, at least we have to wear masks when we go shopping or something, but
Uh-huh.
that's it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
everything else is allowed. But yeah, we wanted to travel in summer. I don't know if this is going to work as
Mm.
we planned it. So we'll see.
Yeah, there's a lot of that at the moment, isn't there? We'll
Yeah,
just
it's
see what's going
hard.
to happen. And
Yeah.
yeah, we need to go away.
And
But
I think it's so hard for the mental health to have such a long time of not knowing what is going to happen in the next 2 weeks.
so
Will
true.
school still be open, or will school close again? And will there be any um, restrictions, or will we be quarantined again, or will you even catch COVID? Or
Yeah.
it's
That's so
hard.
true, isn't it? All that
Yeah.
unknowns of not being able
Yes.
to plan things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's
a big
hard.
part of it. And
Yeah.
how was it kind of in a business sense for you? Were you able to do, much shooting over
No.
the, no.
No, not really, because who books a photographer right now?
Yeah.
I had a few now this summer. From spring. It started to the booking started again, but not as many as in other years before
Yeah.
COVID hit. But yeah, we have our mentoring programs together with Julia Rose-Greim, and so that we have work. So
That's good.
yeah,
That is
and
good. Mm.
that's something. So I don't want to complain too much.
Okay. No, that's good. And I was going to ask you about that work that you do with Julia
Yeah,
as well. So that you've a great segue. You've already brought her up, so that's great. So yeah, you offer mentoring and day in the life workshops, don't you, together? Can you tell us more about that, and how you came to work together, and what you do?
I got to know Julia. I think it's back in 2015, or even 16 or even 15. I'm not sure. In I think it was the first group mentoring that Kirsten Lewis gave.
Oh yeah, cool.
We were 3 Germans in there: Julia Rose-Greim, me, and Julia Ertz. And so since then we were really close together. We visited the Real Life conference, which Erica Mann organized in Canada
Oh, okay,
in
cool. Well, that must have been
2016.
fun going over to Canada
Oh
for
yeah,
that. That must
yeah,
be cool. Mm.
yeah. We were the only Europeans, I think.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That was really interesting. And then we had a one-on-one mentoring with Kirsten because she was a speaker there.
Ah, okay.
And after that, we had a mentoring with her, one full day or something.
Right.
And so, yeah, And we were like really excited for the documentary work because I did more like babies in baskets before.
Okay,
I
cool.
started with that. And I was so, like many of us, I was so excited when I found Kirsten Lewis on Creative Life. And so this is where we started from. And now we decided to start this mentoring program, which was actually in January 2020.
Oh, right. A strange time to start, isn't it? Yes. I guess. Yeah.
It was a really good time to start because, and then we created 2 programs. The one is called Unravel, where we really work on the photography, on like moment light, composition, and it's critique based. And we have a basic and an advanced program. These are group programs, but in the advanced, we are working like really also one-on-one with the photographers, also on their marketing and so this kind of stuff, and portfolio building. And then the other program is called Reconnect, because I'm also a life coach and a nature coach.
Oh, wow.
Not just a photographer.
Multi-skilled.
Yeah. And so we combined these 2, and it's like a coaching program for photographers, a year-long program where we work on, the inner world and different parts of the lives of the photographers with your values defining and inner child and
that sounds really interesting.
And creativity, community building, relationships, and all of that. So
wow. Do you get students who take on both kind of courses?
Yes. Yeah. We actually do.
That's cool.
Yeah, most of our students who are in the Reconnect program also took the Unravel program. Yeah,
that's cool.
So I love it because it's like a little family we're building, because we work so close together, and that's really amazing. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. And is it mainly, because you and Julia both speak great English, but do you take on, so good. It's amazing. Do you, because I think I've heard is it mainly German speakers that you're mentoring, but you'd be able to do anybody there, wouldn't you, who speaks English as well?
We're a little hesitant to that because, we're so nervous when we to speak English.
No, but you two are both, it's amazing, honestly. You both speak perfect English. Yeah. So you could easily offer it to English speakers, I'm sure.
Maybe we will one day. Maybe the Reconnect, we are thinking about it too. Or maybe a self-paced version of it, at least with a little, group, Facebook group or something. Okay. That's what we're thinking about. But first, we have to translate the script. That will be take a few years.
No, just put it through Google Translate. That'll be fine.
No. Oh no. Not what we wanted. Yeah, and then we have another workshop, but this is really a one-on-one. No, it's not one-on-one, but it's in person. That's how we say it, in-person workshop. Yeah. A day in the life workshop, which goes like 3 or 4 days.
Oh,
where
cool.
We had the first one in June here in Nuremberg, and we met for 4 days, and then the photographers, shoot a family, and we go with them into the families, and
Oh, that's cool. Wow, 4 days is intensive. That is cool.
It is. Yeah, but we loved it. It's been the first time we did it, but it was really intensive, and really I think they learned a lot. These were really good photographers, and we were also really nervous because we were thinking, what do we want to teach them? They are so good, but it's still, another set of eyes and an outsider to have with you and give you like, Oh
yeah, that can be so valuable.
Yeah,
valuable.
I think so. So
wow, that's awesome.
Really nice, and we're going to do it again next year.
Oh, that's great. Cool. Yeah. That's so good. Did the families that you were shooting, were they like your own families for that session, or did you have Like
these were my neighbors and friends
cool,
of
yeah.
mine, and clients of mine. So yes, these were families I found here.
I bet they had lots of great images at the end of the day as well. So.
Yeah, I think so. We're not ready yet with the final galleries, but we did the whole culling and everything in the workshop. So
cool.
That's been a long day of culling.
I bet, yeah. Well, that sounds so good. A 4-day day in the life workshop on that. Great.
Julia and I, we both are so huge fans of doing whole days. So we really love the experience of being in a family for 24 hours or something.
Wow.
Because you get to know them so much better.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. Why you prefer long sessions? Have you literally done 24-hour sessions?
Me? Yeah, a lot.
Wow, really? But you must sleep a little bit in that time.
Yes, yes. When the families are not here, in my hometown or close by, then I will travel there and then I will sleep there always. Right. Yes. Okay. And sometimes I'm doing the session from lunchtime to lunchtime or so.
Wow. Right.
And then I have just one night in between. Or sometimes I come, on Friday and stay until Sunday or something. And then I do the whole day on Saturday.
Right. Wow. That's full on. It's intensive again as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. But still, I think you get so much. I don't know. For me, the photos that come out of this are so much more true, even then. It's just so close to the families then. And you get to know the children, and you get to know every, it's like every feeling comes to light in a full day. Yeah,
that makes sense. It must be so much easier for all of them to be more comfortable in your presence and just be themselves.
Exactly,
and relax as well.
Exactly. Yeah, and they forget in the end. They really forget that I'm photographing. It's just like a friend coming over, and I'm taking part of everything they're doing, and making photos. But it's I play with the children. I read a book or something. I go into the pool with them and everything, and I have my camera with me. So
cool.
I think in the end they don't even notice that I'm taking photos.
That is the goal, isn't it? And conversely, then that's a lot harder to do if you're just doing like a 1-hour session, because I guess the family feels more pressured to do something interesting within that hour as well.
Yes, sometimes. Exactly. And oftentimes it's just then when you have a 2-hour session and the family plans going to the playground and to the pool and for a walk and baking cake and everything pressed in 2 hours. This doesn't really work for me. So then you have to tell the family up front that they plan maybe 1 or 2 things to do, and then the rest will be just letting the kids play whatever they want to. Or
that makes sense. Do you do you often kind of educate your clients? Well, not educate. I always find that's a bit of a patronizing word, but when people inquire with you and they're asking maybe initially about a shorter session, do you say, have you thought about the longer sessions then, and give them the reasons why that's normally better?
Yes, I would always do that. But in the end, most of them book a shorter session first.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because most of them don't want to commit to having a stranger in their house for a full day. Some do, but these are the braver ones. Or oftentimes other photographers,
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Or something. But clients mostly would book a 2-hour session first, And then I bring an album, I show them, I talk to them all the time, how much better the results are with a full day. And and if they book like a full day every year or every other year, how they have a chronic of their family life to give as a gift for their children. And so
that's really
and then
lovely.
When I'm lucky, they book a full or a half day. Yes,
that's cool. That totally makes sense to see what their experience is like in that shorter session with you, and then to book those
exactly.
Have you done many sessions then when you photograph the same family, year after year?
Most of them book every other year.
Oh, that's cool then.
Not so many, because then it's too much money for them or something.
Yes,
so they book me every other year. I have a lot of families that do that. Yes.
That's great.
And I love that, because you get to know them so good, and these become friends as well. And you see the children grow, and it's so heartwarming and wonderful to witness. To be invited to witness all of this growing up, and all of these family relationships.
Yeah, that is special, isn't it? It's lovely. It's such
and you know what? I think it's also you learn so much from the other families. It's always like being in a boot camp for becoming a better mother. So I feel like that, because I have so many. It's like another universe every time you are invited to come to a family for a whole day. And then there's so many things I learned from the others, and I can, implement in my own family. Is this how you say it? Implement?
Yes, amazing vocabulary. Yeah, it's amazing. That's better than a lot of English people's vocabulary, I think.
So
that's really
that's
cool.
why I love it. Yeah.
That's great. And I feel a similar sense when I photograph weddings each week, and I'm listening to like the vicar do a sermon. It's like free marriage guidance or marriage counseling for me every week. It reminds you of things, and that's cool.
It's so nice when you have a job where you can learn so much, I think, from other people, right?
No, it's also, and you're getting paid for it as well, which is just icing on the cake. And Barbara, I was going to ask anyway, but you mentioned about being a life coach as well, and obviously you're a photographer. So I was just going to ask, what is your journey? How did you become to be doing this? What's your journey?
I don't know. I started with law.
Oh, really?
I've been a law student, but this was the right thing for me. Then I worked in a medical something, where we did studies, for new medicine.
Oh wow! Okay.
Something. This is where I worked for 10 years, and then I was pregnant with my daughter, and then I decided I want to do something more creative. And then I had a little, it's like an Etsy shop, but it was Davanda. This was a German Etsy-like shop, where I sold children's wear.
Oh, cool. Oh, so clothing.
And then I sold it. At first, I did it myself, but then I had women who did it for me, and then I sold it. And so this was quite nice. But then in the end, I was just sitting on my Mac, writing invoices, and
not so creative
packing packages, and that was about it. Nothing more creative.
Right.
And then I was always really fascinated by photography, and I always photographed. So since my early teenage years.
Oh, cool.
Something. So, and then I realized that the thing that made me the happiest was taking the photos for my Davanda page,
Okay.
For when I had new trousers or so, then I had to take photos with models, little
Oh,
children.
cool.
And so this was like the one thing that made me really excited.
Right.
And then I got pregnant. It had always to do with my children. I got pregnant with my little one. And then I decided, so now I'm stopping this shop. And then I took a work, oh no, it was like an educational thing for photo design. It
Okay.
was for half a year or so, where I really learned to shoot in manual mode, because before I always took the automatic
Right. Sure.
mode. So I learned that everything from, aperture and yeah.
Oh yeah. Was that an online course? Was it, or was
Everything.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
online, but you had like exercises every week or so, and you had to send them in, and then you had a critique and so.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. And then I started my newborn babies in basket business, because I was thinking, I always wanted to become a midwife or photographer when I was
Okay.
young.
Well, combine the two,
This
kind
was
of.
the perfect mix for me.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I had this workshop for newborn photography, and from that moment on, I was really hesitant to do this, because I had the feeling that the baby is just another accessory, like the hats and the blankets and
Right.
everything, the baskets and so. And this didn't feel right for me, but I started it anyways, but I did it my way, just really not much of the other stuff around the baby. And
Okay.
then it was like 3 months later or so, I found Kirsten Lewis, and then I started. My documentary family photography journey started.
Oh,
And
cool. Really, with
never
finding
ended.
Kirsten's work. Yeah.
Yeah, with finding Kirsten. And then, the life coach, I did it. I'm always, I'm a person who always wants to learn. I'm always doing workshops and so. And I wanted to do something for myself. So to explore my inner world and to, become a better human or something like
Yeah.
that. So I did this life coach program.
Wow, you've done so many things.
Yeah.
You don't just sit around all day like watching TV. Wow, you've done so many things.
Not
Wow.
as much. So, and then from there, I got really, my connection to nature came back, which I also had as a child, really strong connection to nature, but which, I lost a bit. And then while I was doing this life coach program, we had some nature stuff in there. And then I started the nature coach.
What is that? What is that nature coaching?
Nature coach is like you're coaching in nature, and nature is somehow giving the answers.
Okay.
You're just the coach isn't really doing something. He's more like how do you say? Wait. He's attending and accompanying the coachee, and nature helps. It's like really magical. It's you have to try. You
No, it
can't
sounds so interesting.
you can't really explain it. Yeah.
Right, cool. And with your workshops now you're doing with Julia, which do you prefer, the kind of photography side or the kind of life,
I don't know.
nature side? No, you
I
don't know.
love them both.
Yeah,
I
it's
love them
cool you can
both
do
because
both.
it's I don't know. I love to work with people. So and we all have the same. We are the same kind of people oftentimes.
Right.
And
Okay.
it's so wonderful to have people around you and
It must be so rewarding to be having an effect on their literal work they're producing, but also on their overall kind of happiness.
And this Reconnect program is also photography related. Yeah, you learn so much of yourself, so you get to know yourself better, and then you become a better photographer as well. This goes hand in hand.
Yes, I'm sure it does.
So it's really cool. And then when you work with people for more than a year, you become friends in a way too. So
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's really wonderful.
That's really cool, Barbara.
Yeah.
It's very cool. And changing tack slightly, but on your website, you say you're a coffee junkie, and it's almost your greatest passion.
So, did you understand the German? On my
no, I didn't. No, I translated it.
Yes, I must admit, I'm really a coffee junkie. I tried to let it go, but this doesn't last long. Most of the time.
How much do you drink a day?
I don't know. Today I had 3.
Oh, wow, 3 already.
There will be another 2, I guess. So, yeah.
That's cool.
At least 3.
Do you like to have proper like cafetiere coffee, or like coffee machine, or sort of what? How do you do it?
Yeah, I must admit we have this Nespresso machine, which is Nestle, which is not so good. We have it in our kitchen for like 15 years now, and still not broken. So what can I do?
Exactly, you've got to use it. Use it.
I'm going to use it until it dies, and then we'll see what we do then. Or maybe then I won't be a coffee junkie.
It's good though. I love it. It's great, isn't it? I like coffee.
Yeah, I'm always tired, and so I drug myself with coffee. I quit smoking, and this is the only thing. And I quit drinking in a way. So
oh wow, so this is your only vice now.
The only drug that's left. So what can I do?
Do you think the coffee kind of helped? Did it help you quit smoking? Like having coffee as a kind of, I don't know, a replacement?
When I tried to quit smoking, it was so hard because this is so much of a how do you say? I have a lack of words. Wait, I have to look. Yeah, it's a habit, Just you drink coffee, you smoke. You get a phone call, you smoke. You talk to a friend, you smoke. So at first it was hard because coffee without cigarettes wasn't good. But later then, it got better. It was hard because I started smoking when I was 14. So,
oh, wow. Right. Okay.
And I stopped, I don't know, I can't remember. I think when my littles got, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. So I really smoked for a long time.
Right. Wow. Well, that's great you managed to quit though.
Yeah, I'm proud of that, really.
Yeah, that's a massive achievement. Do you feel overall kind of healthier?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I hated it in the end, the last years. So it was really an addiction. Nothing else. Yeah,
big deal.
I'm so much. I'm free, I don't have to go buy cigarettes.
Yeah, you have a lot more money in your pocket as well.
I had a few years where I was just smoking in the evening when my husband came home, and then he gave me a cigarette because I didn't buy my own cigarettes. And then I was waiting like the whole day just for my husband to come home, not because I was so happy that my husband came home, but because
he had a cigarette.
Come on.
Then you realize there's a problem. Yeah.
I realized it way earlier, but yeah.
That's funny. Oh wow, it's great that you were able to kick the habit though. I mean, it is a massive achievement.
Yes, it was.
I have a friend here who gave up for 3 years, but then started again recently, which is...
Yeah, me too. I gave up and then I started again. And then I thought, okay, just when we are on vacation or just in the evenings and all of that, no? And then it started from there to build up again from 1 cigarette in the evening to 10.
Right.
Yeah. So for me, it's just nothing or everything. So I can't have three cigarettes a day or something. It doesn't work for me. I was too addicted. So no.
Must be
And
all or
now
nothing.
I'm now it's okay. I don't want to smoke.
Oh, that's good. Good. And this talking about it is okay. It's not making you want to.
Absolutely okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it makes me want to, vomit or something.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm often on these podcasts, I'm asking for advice, but do you have any advice for anyone who does want to give up smoking? What really helped for you?
I have no idea.
Oh.
It's just I couldn't stand it anymore. It was just so I don't know, and my body didn't feel good, and I didn't want to show my children that I'm smoking because I knew how addicted it made me, and I didn't want to have it for my children. I think that was the most important thing for me.
So have kids. If you don't want to smoke anymore, have a kid. That'll help.
To be pregnant helps because then, and then never start again.
Yeah.
After pregnancy, never start again.
Yeah, cool.
That would be my best advice.
That's good advice. Yeah. That's good advice. And let's change tack again slightly, Barbara. Let's go to, because we've just talked about advice about smoking. Let's talk about advice about photography. That's a big one. What would be your top tips to help someone become better at the documentary side of family photography? What would be, if you used to have one or two tips to help someone become better at documentary family photography specifically, what would be your advice?
First of all, practice a lot. Practice. Do a lot of portfolio sessions for free, maybe. Learn from others, really. From the very beginning, learn from others that are really longer in the field and made all the mistakes you don't have to make yourself. So
that's true.
Get advice from the very beginning, I think. Yeah, and then try to find out what makes you, what's the one thing that makes you take your camera and photograph? What do you want to show? What's the thing that, drives you?
So, that is so important, isn't it, though? Really figuring out why you want to do this. What is it that pulls you into doing this? Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And it's cool that you're a big proponent of, I don't know if that's the right word. See, my vocabulary is not as good as yours, but it's good how you really recommend kind of like workshops and learning from others. I mean, that's been really important for me as well. I think that's such a big thing to do. Not to go through this thinking that you know all the answers to everything, because, well, you probably don't, do you? You don't. And
you probably don't, no. And then also, I think to show your work to others and be open for critique. This is so important for me. I know it hurts. Critique hurts. You want to hear, oh, your photos are wonderful. You're the best photographer I ever met. This is what you want to hear, but you won't. So when you want to grow, I think you have to learn to take critique not personal and see it as a possibility to grow.
I think that's great advice as well. Do you remember the first time you submitted your work to somebody? You do, yeah?
Definitely, yes. It was in Kirsten's group mentoring, yes.
Okay, cool.
It was, I haven't spoken English for, I think, 30 years, no, but probably 20 years, when I took Kirsten's first workshop. And I was like, oh my God, can I do this? I can't speak English, And I did it anyways because I wanted to learn so badly from her.
Right.
And this was really another thing I'm proud of because I was so scared. I was really terrified,
Right.
And
Yeah,
I
it's
did
so
it
brave
anyway.
to do something like
Yes,
that.
it
That is,
was. I think it was. And so much. This was just one step out of my comfort zone, and so much grew from there, and so much happened since then. And my life changed, like, really.
that's so
Absolutely.
cool.
And these are things, go in the direction where it hurts a bit. And don't try to stay too comfortable all the time.
I think that's great advice. Good things normally happen when you push yourself out of your comfort zone.
This is where the magic happens,
That's true.
Yeah.
And was it upsetting, to get that critique back or your images, or were you prepared?
Yeah. Sorry. It was really upsetting. And it still is. It still is. You never get over it. I'm always like, oh no, come on, but it didn't work because blah blah blah. It's hard, but you learn. You learn. I think, and you don't have to. In the end, it's your photo, and when you love the photo, then you love the photo. Yeah,
that's true.
Then it's okay. But still, it's interesting to see when you have a huge emotional response, maybe, for example, with one picture, and nobody else has. So then it's still interesting to explore why you have this strong emotional response to this picture when nobody else has.
That's true.
And so on. So it's really rewarding when you try to find out how you see your work and how others see your work.
I totally agree.
And it's absolutely helpful,
Do you think receiving critiques as well, has that helped? Has it helped because you're critiquing other people's work now as part of your mentoring and your sessions and workshops? Because there's not a right or wrong way to give critique, and it's very subjective as well, isn't it? But do you think has it helped because you've received critique, it's helped you kind of deliver it as well in a certain way? Critiquing other people's work, has it helped having your own work critiqued?
Definitely, I wouldn't do it if this wouldn't be authentic. Do you think if you wouldn't give your own work out in the world for critiquing and then critique others' work? I don't know.
Do you enjoy doing critiques? Do you enjoy critiquing?
I do. Yes, I do. It's more like to see where how the photo could have been better. That's just, we know that not always you have the perfect circumstances.
Yes, so true.
That would be, photo God is not always there to help you, but still, there are a few things. Every photo could have been better.
That's true. I guess so. Yeah, that's true.
So this is not really a critique, but you can say, look, if you would have, gotten 2 steps to the left, or if blah blah blah, gotten closer or far away, or if you would have used the light from the left or something, or if you would have cropped out the blah blah blah, anything that's in the background and distracting. All of these principles to just show there's not something growing out of the head. Also, these basic principles. So oftentimes the photographers don't see these things, things growing out of their heads, or horizons going through their necks or something. And so they learn a lot from these critics, I think.
Totally agree.
When they're open enough.
Yes, that is,
When they're
you do
not,
have to be
it's
separate yourself a bit from the
yes,
kind of ego
definitely from the
side.
work,
But it's
and see
difficult to.
the potential, the
Mm,
potential for growth in it. I
yeah.
think there's no way to become better at photography in very fast without critiquing. So
No, that's cool. Yeah, really agree. I find it. Oh, oh.
sorry, that was
It's-
my water bottle.
That's funny. That sounded like someone knocking on the wall, on the door, like
No,
quicker and quicker or something.
it was on the table.
The education side of it aside as well, critiques to me, I just find it very interesting to see and hear what
Yeah,
other photographers have seen,
me
just the
too.
different opinions. It's so interesting, isn't it?
It is,
It's
yeah,
really cool,
definitely.
that.
We're
Um,
doing these critique talks where we invite other photographers.
oh yes, I've seen you advertise those. That's
Yeah,
cool.
exactly, and that's so interesting because everybody has a different opinion and a different take on it. Yeah,
Yeah, and I
and
love
a
that side
different.
about what we do. That it's all
Yeah,
so
me too.
subjective. It'd be so boring, wouldn't it, if we all had the same opinion on what makes
Totally,
a good image? Or yeah.
totally. Yes.
Well, hopefully we've done one like Facebook Live, the Reportage Family Critique, and hopefully we'll do
Yeah.
another
So
one soon. Oh, that's cool. If you want to come on and be one of the critiquers, I'd love that. If you want to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to. Julia was there, right?
Yes, yes,
Julia
yes,
and Minka, I saw it. Yes.
yes, yeah. Cool. Well, I'd love it if you want to do one in the future sometime. That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
I'm
Okay.
in.
Good. We'll do that. We'll do that. Great. And let's talk about one of your specific images, Barbara. One of your Reportage Family Awards that I
Yeah.
especially love. It's quite an abstract image, in my opinion, which I love. I love abstract images, and it's got three distinct elements. There's a child lying down on the floor, and then what looks like a kind of circular light on the wall behind, I think, and then a leaf on the ground. Do you know the one yeah, do you know the one I mean? And you've got like kind of vertical lines and horizontal lines. It's
Yes.
such a graphic image. I love the composition where it kind of draws a triangle between those three different elements. I think it's great. Can you tell us more about
With a
that
red
shot?
T-shirt, is this?
I
This
think
one?
it's it. I can't remember the color of the. I think
Yeah.
yeah. Yes. Well, it's a girl lying down on a leaf anyway, and a light.
Yeah. It's my son.
Oh, sorry.
I think this is the photo you're talking about. There's my son on the left and the leaf on the right.
That's
and
right.
Nothing else, just
Yes.
the gray background. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I love this picture. I think I submitted it at least twice,
Oh, cool.
maybe 3 times until it won an award.
Right.
Because that's what I meant when I said, when you love the picture, you love the picture, and then you believe in it. And when you submit it to awards, you submit it again. Because
totally. Because the judges change as well, and and so that
exactly.
makes sense.
So this was the situation where this is just 100 meters from here, from my home,
Cool.
the elementary school here, and my daughter, I have 3 kids. The oldest is 24. And my daughter is 15 and the little one is 7. So
all big age gaps.
Huge age gaps in between them. And
Cool.
my daughter, who was by then 14, I think, went to roller skate with a friend over there. And my little one, Max, wanted to come with them and look what they're doing, or I don't know. Mm-hmm. So, and then he got so bored because, it was boring for him.
Yeah.
They were skating, I was photographing, and he was bored.
Yeah.
And that's this photo. For me, it's like, I'm so bored. Oh my God. Life is so boring. And then I love the composition and the cleanness of it. And the red and the leaf. Yeah.
Did you see the leaf when you were taking the photograph? Do you see it, or is it something you kind of saw afterwards?
Do you want me to be honest?
Yes, be honest. Be honest.
I didn't see it. No, but this is one of the moments where the photo god was there. I just took the photo of him because I found it so funny, and I had like a little, my son lying on the ground series because he did it a lot.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I was just and then when later I saw the leaf and I was like, yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you. Makes it even better. Yeah.
I love that. That that happens with me all the time.
Me
Some
too.
things you just don't.
I
Yeah.
think subconsciously I probably noticed it,
Yeah,
but
maybe. Yeah.
not consciously. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just love the way it kind of draws. It is like a triangle because there's your
Yeah.
sun, the leaf, and then there is a circular kind of light on the
There's a
wall.
light or something on the wall
Yeah.
in the middle. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that kind of composition. I love that kind of strong graphical composition.
Yeah.
Personally, I just love it. It's
Me
very
too.
cool.
I have to go there again and
Yes.
photograph.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, great. And thank. It's really interesting to hear you talk about that. And anyone listening now, do head to thisreportagefamily.com or thisreportage.com, and I'll include that award that Barbara just spoke about. It's really cool. Really cool. One thing, Barbara, as well, I wanted to say is that I'm not going to do our Netflix synopsis game with you because I read on your site that you don't really enjoy watching TV anymore.
I did, I binge watched a few Netflix series.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
not prepared.
I have to stop myself because I'm really I get addicted quite easily. So I binge watched Vampire Diaries. My daughter wanted me to watch Vampire Diaries with her, and I was hesitant to do it for month, and then I did it for her. Then I binge watched like 10 how is it?
Is it 10 seasons they have?
10 seasons.
Wow, that's
in maybe 1 or 2 weeks.
Really?
Really? Ah.
Is it?
I didn't even really like it, So,
I think I've watched the first 2 seasons of that or something. It's quite good though. I thought I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, but you get addicted quite
right. Okay.
fast.
10 seasons is a lot of that.
10, yes. I watched them all. And then I watched Queen's Gambit. And
that's great though, isn't it?
I Love and Anarchy. This one I love a lot.
Oh, that's brilliant. Is that like a Swedish or Danish series, wasn't it?
I think it was Danish or Swedish.
I love that as well, Love and Anarchy. That is so good. They're making a second season of that.
Right? Oh, wow. Cool. And then I love when it's just one season because, then I can binge watch it right away and then I'm fine. I'm done.
That's true. Okay. So that's the reason you don't watch that much is because you get addicted to it. I get that.
And then just the TV watching, every evening, just what is on TV. No, then a series on Netflix. Yeah, that's okay. Or going to the cinema. So I love that, but not just random shit on TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're the same. We don't watch any live TV, we just don't watch it.
At all.
No. It's mad how that has changed, isn't it, in the last 4 or 5 years or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're just at the moment we're watching Friends because I never watched it all actually. So yeah. Have you watched all of that?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Not all of it, but
so good still. So good.
Yeah, I love it. I have to. Yeah, I will.
I don't know how it ends actually, so don't tell me if you know. I don't know how it ends, so yeah.
No, I don't know. Okay. And if I knew, I don't remember.
Okay. I remember when it came out. I think I was about 14, or I loved it back then. I just love it. It's still just as good. I used to have a massive crush on Jennifer Aniston as well when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotta love Jennifer Aniston. Yeah. Anyway, but okay. Let's change tack again, Barbara. Let's change tack. In terms of marketing, for your business and your family photography, getting yourself out there. What's been the most effective for you? Do you put time or money into search engine optimization, or do you do much in social media? Yeah, what's been good? What's been good for you?
The most effective for me, we're still such a niche. The documentary family photography, at least in Germany. I don't know. I think in the UK as well.
I think it's still niche.
Yeah, so for me, it's more like networking and talking to people and corporations with maybe, shop owners or something.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Have you done that much? And midwives. Yeah, that sounds both really good kind of,
These are these are the most effective for me. In the beginning, Facebook, but not so much now. But I don't do anything on Facebook. I stopped this completely. And Instagram, I'm really bad. I have to admit, I'm really bad at this. I have to up my game a bit for social media again, but for me, it's going out, meeting people, talking to them, and then mouth to mouth.
Okay, people, who've already, friends of clients and things, so
yes.
that means you're doing a great job. But when you say going out and meeting people, in what sense? Like meeting other photographers, or do you mean like meeting kind of parents and families and
parents, or just, as I said, corporations with baby shop owners, or
that's a good idea.
How do you say?
And
where
when
you go when you have a newborn child, you go to take some courses.
Oh yes, like we call yes, I know what you mean, but
so these are at least in course centers, or how do you say, for family course centers.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So this would be good to hang your photos there and be present. Maybe have a specials there, or.
Oh, no, that's a great idea to do, I think, which a lot of people maybe not thought of doing.
You have to think about where do the families, first of all, you have to know what your client would look like, your perfect client or something. And then you have to think about where are they going here?
Yeah.
Where I live, where are my clients? Where would they be? Where can I find them? And then be present there.
That makes sense. I remember when I was taking my children before they started school, we used to go to kind of indoor soft play areas quite a lot, and they always offer loads of free, well, no, not free, I mean, but very cheap kind of like advertising there on posters around. I think that could be a good place because families are there all the time. When you said about maybe having relationships with midwives as well, do you do birth photography as well? Or is that you do? Cool. Have you done many of those?
No, I didn't do many because it's not at my in my life at the moment. It's not too easy to be on call. Because we don't have our grandparents here or something. So, and my little one is still so little that I can't just let him stay alone at night. And my husband isn't always here because he's also traveling sometimes from his job. So it doesn't really work as a, as a business model for me. Because I would have, it would be too hard to get this managed for my children. Maybe now when he gets a little bit older, in 2 or 3 years, maybe I will do a few more.
Yeah, I've never done it at all. I mean, it must be an amazing thing, really.
It is really, and it's so rewarding. It's such a huge gift to be invited to witness this magical start of a new life.
Amazing. Do you get emotional? Did you get emotional doing it?
Yeah, definitely. I always cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Behind my camera, I always have tears flowing down. Yeah. My 3 children all came by cesarean section. So for me, it was such a huge gift to be invited to this first birth, because it was the first birth for me. It was a wonderful experience. This was in 2016, I think, or maybe even 15. I'm not sure.
Okay.
When there was this in Paris, this terror attack.
Oh, right.
Can you remember?
Yes, I do.
When I was driving there for my first birth, I heard this on the radio. So this was the day of the terror attack, and this was so. For me, it was so shocking because it was one of the first. terror attacks.
Right.
And then this, whole other situation with this birth, and it was like,
Wow.
life goes on in a way.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, gosh, I was just trying to remembering those Paris thing. That was so awful as well. But
it was, yes.
And Barbara, let's change tack again slightly. Anyway, sorry, I like to do this. Go from all things.
Yeah.
What? No. Okay. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say what makes you happy?
Oh, my children.
Oh, yeah. It's true though, isn't it? Yeah.
And summer.
And summer. Oh, that's cool. Yes.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm a summer person, so.
Do you generally get good? You must generally get good summers where you are, don't you?
Not this year. And then they are so short, isn't it? I feel summer starts and then it's autumn again. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you should come and live in the UK. Our summer lasts for about 3 days in the UK.
Yeah. I would love to live somewhere in southern Spain or somewhere where the winter is warmer. I hate the cold.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
I'm always freezing.
Oh, really?
I hate that. Yes.
Retiring somewhere warm would be nice, wouldn't it? I'd love to retire to Greece. I love Greece.
Oh, yeah, that would be great too. We could an island for photographers in Greece.
Oh, yeah.
Retired photographers.
Retired photographers only community. Yeah, that'd be funny.
I've never been to Greece, but this is on my bucket list.
Oh, have you never been? Oh, it's amazing. No,
I've never been
good.
There. But it looks nice on the photos.
And the food, Barbara, as well. Right.
Yeah.
Where do you often go on holiday? Do you have a favorite place or?
Yes, I love France. I love the Atlantic Ocean.
That's cool.
I love the waves and I don't know.
Do you drive?
Waves.
Do you drive on your holiday?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
We will be there. We rented a camper for 5.5 weeks this summer.
Oh wow, amazing!
And we're going to go to. We wanted to go to France and to Spain and to Portugal, but I think we're going to stay in France.
Right. Okay. Wow.
Maybe Italy first and then France. Yeah.
Wow, 5.5 weeks. That's amazing. Yes. I bet you can't wait. That's awesome.
Yes, it is amazing. I hope this will work out with COVID and all the restrictions that are coming up again. But I'm trying to stay optimistic.
You'll be at least you've got that kind of that leeway where you could kind of drive to different places, maybe.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. But then Spain isn't possible anymore. Portugal isn't. So Italy is getting worse, and but there's not so much left, and then it gets complicated because you always have to do the testings, and
that's true.
Have children with us, and I am vaccinated until then, but not my children, and I don't want to have it complicated. I want to. Yeah.
Oh, I understand that. I know you just want to relax on holiday, don't you?
Yes, and want to be free and have nothing.
Well, fingers crossed it's all fine for you.
Yes, it will.
It'll be great no matter what.
If not, we'll stay in Germany.
Yes, that'd be lovely as well, though.
Maybe, yes.
But Barbara, I've just looked down. We've been talking almost an hour or over an hour now, and it's gone so quickly. So I just have time for one more question, if that's okay.
Yes,
cool. Okay, so if a photographer was specifically looking to get more day in the life shoots, or longer sessions, do you have any thoughts or advice on how they may get more of those? Do you remember how you got your first day in the life shoot, for example?
Yeah, I did a lot of portfolio work. I did these for free.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, to practice. And this would be my advice as well. And then talk about these sessions and show these sessions to all the families you are that book you, when you are, when you want to do these, and then you try, and then when you see, okay, I love that, that's my kind of photography, then talk about it and tell the people why this is so much better than shorter sessions.
That makes total sense.
Everything else I think is difficult to market these at the moment, because I think the most important thing with whole day sessions is trust in you as a photographer, in you as a human. And so they have to get to know you first.
That's so true.
Before they trust you enough to let you in and see the flaws and see the, not so funny side of family life. And this is why I think it's so important to show these parts as well, and not just the funny, lucky, happy stuff. To show other families, look, that's totally normal and that's totally okay. And let your kids be how they are, and be yourself, and you are enough just as you are,
Yeah, and you could say that's great life advice as well, though, isn't it? As well, so it works both ways. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh, Barbara, that's honestly that's great advice, and the whole hour you've given us is great advice and great stories, and it's been so interesting talking to you. Thank you.
It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Really enjoyed it. And your English is amazing. I can't believe you said before doing Kirsten's thing that you hadn't spoken English for maybe 20 years. Your English is so great. It's awesome.
Just my school English, but you learn when you take courses and workshops with in the US or something, then you have to.
Well, I guess, but it's just so impressive. Honestly, it's so impressive.
That's how you learn, by practicing, and this is the best advice I can give. Just jump and do it, and then it'll work out.
Oh, that's cool. I agree with that. I do. I think that's awesome. And Barbara, if anyone's listening now who's maybe interested in the mentoring and the workshops you do with Julia Rose-Greim, can you tell us how they would go about finding more? Where to head to find out more info about that?
Yeah, we have at the moment we're rebranding, so we will have another website soon, but maybe by October. But we have a Facebook group, which is called DFF, Dokumentarische Familienfotografen, where you can find us and find also everything about our courses, and so. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. And I'll include a link to that on the blog post that this podcast episode has. So if anyone heads to thisreportage.com or thisreportagefamily.com, and I'll include a link through to that as well.
Yeah, thank you. And we can send you the other link once as soon as we have it. So.
Oh, great. Yes, that'd be cool. And because people could be listening to this, next week what are we in? It'll be August this will be July when this is released. What day are we on? I'm even losing what day. Oh, it's Tuesday we're recording this, isn't it? It's Tuesday now.
Tuesday.
Yes. Oh, sorry, Barbara. I'm all over the place today. And this episode will be released on Thursday. So if they might be listening to it then, but they might be listening to it in the future in like October or something. So, it's a bizarre thing to think that, isn't it? It's a weird thing. But and Barbara, honestly, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed talking to you, and hopefully I'll get to meet you in the flesh. I'd love to come to Germany sometime. Maybe
please.
It'd be so
Give
cool.
Me a call.
I would love to do that
when you come to Germany, and then
Same if you.
Show you. I'm originally from the Middle Rhine Valley, which is really picturesque and beautiful landscape.
Okay.
So this is close to Cologne and Koblenz, and so you have to come there. I have an Airbnb as well. So
oh, really? Oh, great!
Happy to host you there.
Oh, I'd love that.
The Middle Rhine. Do you know the Lorelei? Did you ever hear about it?
No, I don't know. What's that?
You have to Google it. So the Middle Rhine Valley. Where are a lot of castles, and when your kids will be over the moon to be there.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
It's like in the medieval.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Well, definitely. I'll get in touch then. I'd love that. Well, yeah, maybe next year, because I still don't know about traveling this year, but maybe next year I'd love that, and my family would love that. So yeah,
I'm happy to show you around.
Oh, thank you. And let me know if you're down here. You should come to England again. If you're ever down in Cornwall in England, I live in the very southwest, which is very pretty with beaches around. Well, so I definitely do the same.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Alan. It was a pleasure.
Oh, thank you, Barbara. Honestly, that was awesome. It was awesome. And all the best for the year ahead.
Thank you. The same for you.
Thank you. Thank you. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the 87th episode of the This is Reportage podcast. Really enjoyed talking to Barbara. She was fab. Hope you enjoyed it too. Head to thisreportagefamily.com or thisreportage.com for a link to her website, a link to the training she offers with Julia Rose-Greim, and to see the specific Reportage Family Awards she spoke about in the episode too. As mentioned at the beginning, I'm going to be having a little break from the podcast for a few weeks, but we have 86 other episodes in our back catalogue, so you may be interested in catching up with some of those, including interviews with the likes of Pedro Villela, Rowena Meadows, Gretchen Yost, Ross Harvey, Steve Gerrard, Sana de Block, David Scholes, Sitlali Rico, Lisa Hu Chen, Walter Antunes, Yves Sieppers, and more. If you're not a member of This Reportage or This Reportage family, check out all the benefits of joining us, including an unlimited number of images on your profile, 60 individual award and 18 story award entries per year, invites to our physical meetups and parties, exclusive discounts, hours of educational videos featuring tips and advice from some of the world's best photographers, and much more too. We're currently in judging week. Thanks so much if you submitted to our wedding or family awards, or both. Our judges are currently poring over the thousands of entries, with the results of both to be announced around the second week of August. No poses, nothing staged. This is Reportage. And this is bye for a few weeks.